What's up guys, Wildland1 here, and today we are taking a look at the Star Wars mission fleet, and we have the Millennium Falcon and the Razor Crest, both sold separately, but really cool looking. I know these are geared toward little kids, but I actually thought that the spaceships themselves look pretty cool. And if you guys have been following me on Instagram, I have been changing up my whole man cave setup to be more of a Star Wars theme, and I actually thought this would be a pretty cool look for display pieces on my shelf. So yeah, so here they are. Like I said, I don't really care about what they can do or what they come with. I really cared more about the spaceships themselves. But we will take a look at them in a short detail. And actually, I have to admit, they are pretty cool. They are pretty nice. They actually have pretty decent details overall. So right now we're looking at the Razor Crest. Now the Razor Crest is actually pretty nice. I actually am a big fan of this spaceship right here. This representation is pretty cool. They had the Lego version, they had the 3/4 figure version coming out from Hasbro Pulse. This is actually pretty nice, I have to admit. It's a decent size. Here are the figures inside here. You have 2 seats in there for the Mandalorian and Grogu right here, and here they are standing next to it. I actually think if you have like Mega Block figures like I do, I have a lot of them, it's a pretty good scale. To be honest, I think it's a pretty nice scale for Mega Blocks. I'll get more into that later. But yeah, here they are, side by side. And what's really cool about this Razor Crest is the detail. I gotta admit, I am actually pretty shocked and amazed by all the detail they put in this little toy figure right here. What's awesome about this also is that the doors open all over the place. So this door opens, and they're pretty well hidden. I didn't even realize it. And the back door opens as well. And what's cool about this is there's the missile on top here, which you can shoot the missiles. Very nice. But this gun can go anywhere you want it to go. That allows the peg holes on top, right? So the top canopy does come off. Little switch right there. And just take a look at all the details in here. This is pretty nice. I have to admit, this is pretty cool. Very nice. You can see right here, it does have a little holder for his weapons right here. And he has a lot of accessories. This Mandalorian figure has so many accessories. Comes with his cape right here, and he comes with his jetpack. Both of them you can peg to the back of the figure if you want to do that. And the figure itself isn't that bad, if I didn't really show it off that well. It has a ball joint head right there. The arms are on a hinge, but the armor kind of restricted, so it only goes up and down this one. The wrist has a little bit of a swivel right there, and the legs just have a hinge. But the detail on him is pretty nice. Not bad at all. And here's Grogu holding his little ball. Already like clutch ball right there. But pretty nice. Pretty cool. But yeah, he has a lot of accessories, like I said. And if you take a look at that, all his guns individually fit in there. You cannot take out this whole holder, so it's a little bit of a chore to get it in there. However, they actually do label it pretty nicely in a way that it's like the shape. Let me get this one out. Let me get his main blaster out if I can, of one hand. There you go. So you can see like the shape of the gun is there, so you know how to match it up if you want to do that. And of course, he does hold all of his guns, so you just slide it into his hand like that. You have a semi-accurate looking Mandalorian figure right there. But yeah, this thing is pretty cool, I have to admit. Like, if you don't like the red missiles, you can take them out. And, I mean, it's just the regular cannons on the side right there. But yeah, the paintwork is pretty decent. It's a nice gray spaceship, of course. It has all these little details on the sides of the ship that look pretty accurate, in my opinion. And like I said, there's not a lot of representations of the Razor Crest. Like I said, you could get the Lego one that costs a lot of money. You can get the Hasbro Pulse one, it costs a lot of money, but it's a lot bigger. This is a really nice, decent scale size of the Razor Crest, in my opinion. Here's the bottom. It does have 3 legs right there for it to land. But like I said, I think it actually fits really well with if you have Mega Block figures. You sit in pretty nicely, just like that. It's pretty cool. I love Mega Blocks. I'm surprised they don't put as much detail or articulation in these as they do with these, because they have way more articulation and detail on them, in my opinion. That's pretty cool. Alright, so now taking a look at the Millennium Falcon. It's hard to say that. But yeah, here it is. It looks pretty nice. So here is Han Solo. Pretty decent looking, a little kiddish. He does have a ball jointed head, of course, so it goes up and down. Pretty decent. His shoulders actually do move because they're not hindered by anything else. But there is no elbow joint or knee joint on them, just a hinge at the hips. So pretty standard. He does go in the cockpit right here, which is, I'm trying to open this up. There you go. So this opens up right there. That opens up right there. And you can stick him in like so. Only fits one person, unlike the Razor Crest that had two-seater. This is only a one-seater right there. So if you have Chewbacca as well, which he is sold separately, you can actually stick him in other places in the ship though. And we will get to that right now. So this ship is pretty cool. It has some gimmicks. So this part right here actually slides out if you don't want to put it there to have a nice classic look. But this is like a little tank buster, whatever you want to call it. This folds down right here. So if you had Han Solo or Chewbacca in that case, right, you can have him standing here. Actually, no, I'm sorry. You're supposed to get this part off, which you can connect by a peg anywhere. All these little pieces have peg parts that you can plug in, obviously. And you can do this. Hold on. Hold on. There you go. You can hang on, shoot that, bang, bang, bang. Pretty cool. Shoot some missiles. So that's the gimmick for that. But if you don't care for that, of course, you want a more classic looking Millennium Falcon right there. You know, you keep the cannon on top right there, which is cool because on top, this opens up for another compartment. So if you had Han Solo, Chewbacca, Luke Skywalker, they can sit in there to pretty much pilot the cannon right here if you wanted to do that. So that's cool. Yeah, so there's some assembly required on this. Like this part, you had to plug in the satellite right there, satellite dish. Back here opens up, and you can use it as storage, do whatever you want. It's pretty nice. It has a little seating area right here. You had the game table right there. Pretty decent. Like you could store all the stuff in there. It will hold it all. If I have anywhere else, like you could take extra figure, right? Just, you know, it's more for just storage. Place them in there. It clamps down. And there you go. And I have to say, this is a pretty cool looking Millennium Falcon. I think it looks really nice. The details all there. There's no stickers or anything. Everything's all painted on pretty much the way it should look like. The only sticker I believe is back here for the thrusters, which look really nice. I think they painted this, or the sticker itself looks really nice, representing it taking it off. But yeah, man, this looks really cool. The detail on this is nice. The small sculpting job they do is really pretty on par, I have to admit. It's not just a plain design. They actually put some detail in this thing to make it look really cool. If I didn't show this before, there are missiles in the front if you want to shoot those. So yeah, if you're like me, I have dozens, and I'm talking about dozens of Halo minifigures. And they actually fit pretty well, in my opinion. I think they look pretty cool. They match up pretty well. You know, if you don't have Halo figures, all the Mega Block figures in general, I think will match up pretty well. If like the normal soldiers, or you can mix and match, do whatever. But yeah, these are pretty cool. I do like them a lot. The Razor Crest and the Millennium Falcon, great display pieces for my new setup in my man cave. I think they look fantastic. And like I said, even though they're for little kids, I think these ships themselves, the spaceships themselves, actually are pretty nice representations of what they are. And you can actually use them for just normal display pieces, in my opinion. But that's about it, guys. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video and it was helpful. And like always, comment, criticize, subscribe, do whatever you want to pay attention. Follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Like the video, give it a thumbs up.